Hello, I'm Haley with Neuhaus Education Center. Let's briefly discuss reading readiness and how you know when to move from the initial schedule to the advanced schedule. First, let's look at the difference between the two. In the initial reading routine, you have three components. You're doing 10 minutes of letter recognition, 5 minutes of phonological awareness, and 5 minutes of oral language. However, when you transition to the advanced lesson schedule, you're going to do 5 minutes of letter recognition, 5 minutes of phonological awareness, 10 minutes of a multisensory letter introduction, 5 minutes of handwriting, and 5 to 8 minutes of oral language. So what does that mean? How do we know when to transition from initial to advanced? Well, there's a few different things you can do. Number one is we want to talk about the benchmarks. There are two main benchmarks that students need to reach in order to move to the advanced schedule. The first benchmark is that students need to be able to build their blue arc, that's the arc that has the missing letters, in 2 minutes or less. They need to be able, if the letters are all mixed up, build the arc and then name the letters on the arc. The second thing they need to be able to do is to segment a 3-phoneme word into the individual sounds. That's the benchmarks, but the other way that you can determine if your class is ready to move onto the advanced schedule is to give the mastery check for the initial schedule. You received these in class, but they're also posted on the Neuhaus website. So if I'm looking at the initial mastery check, initial schedule mastery check, and I know that's what it is because it says it right here, there's a few things that students are required to do. First is letter recognition, that's with the blue mat, and naming the letters. They're also required to do some phonological awareness activities. It gives you all the directions, it's scripted out exactly what to say. If you turn to section 3, they're going to be needing to do some more phonological awareness, listening for initial sound, and then down here, say it and move it cards. The general rule of thumb that we like to give teachers is that if 80% of your class has mastered 100% of the mastery check, it's time to move on.